never give up.
In this video, we are going to learn what Elon Musk's ambitious plans are for the year 2024. The eccentric billionaire has several projects in development that could mark a milestone in aerospace, artificial intelligence, and transportation technology over the next 2 years. We will analyze the news we can expect from Tesla, SpaceX, Neuralink, and the Boring Company, according to what Elon himself has stated. But before we dive into his future plans, let's review who this peculiar character is and the achievements that have made him one of the most innovative entrepreneurs of our era. Elon Musk was born in Pretoria, South Africa, in 1971. Since he was a child, he showed great interest in computer science and technology. At the age of 12, he created and sold one of his first video games called Blaster, which earned him $500. Musk had a difficult childhood and was bullied at school, where he was known for being a bookworm. When he turned 17, he emigrated to Canada to avoid conscription in South Africa. In 1992, he graduated from the University of Pennsylvania with a bachelor's degree in physics and a bachelor's degree in economics. He was then admitted to Stanford's PhD program in applied physics, but dropped out shortly thereafter to launch himself into the world of business and technology. In 1995, Musk and his brother Kimball founded their first company, Zip2, an online business directory. 4 years later, they sold it to Compaq for $307 million, of which Elon got $22 million for his 7% stake. In 1999, he co-founded X.com, an online payment service that later merged with rival Confinity, which had an app called PayPal. Musk was named CEO of the new company, which was acquired in 2002 by eBay for $1.5 billion. With his 11% stake, Elon pocketed $165 million. With that initial capital, Musk invested $100 million to found SpaceX in 2002 and another $70 million to co-found Tesla Motors the following year. He has since raised billions in financing for his various ventures, becoming Tesla's largest individual shareholder with a 20% stake. His current fortune is estimated at about $200 billion according to Bloomberg, making him the richest person in the world. Much of his wealth is tied to Tesla stock, whose market capitalization has exceeded $600 billion since 2021. But money doesn't seem to be Musk's primary motivation. In his own words, his goals are to reduce the risk of human extinction and make civilization a multiplanetary species through the colonization of Mars with SpaceX. With Tesla, he seeks to accelerate the global transition to sustainable energy and combat climate change. And with Neuralink, he aims to merge human beings with artificial intelligence before it can turn against us. Great ideals for such a visionary and ambitious man. SpaceX was founded in 2002 with the goal of reducing the high costs of access to space and eventually enabling the colonization of Mars. To achieve this, they developed reusable orbital rockets and spacecraft that were much cheaper than traditional ones. After 3 failed attempts with its first Falcon 1 rocket, SpaceX made history in 2008 by putting the first privately developed liquid rocket, the Falcon 9, into orbit. Only 2 years later, they began resupply flights to the International Space Station as NASA contractors. In 2012, they became the first commercial company to dock a spacecraft on the ISS, a milestone previously achieved only by government agencies. The Dragon is today the main cargo ship to the station. But SpaceX's greatest achievement was developing rockets capable of returning to Earth to land vertically and be reused, something that was considered impossible. This reduces launch costs by up to 10 times, a true revolution in the aerospace industry. The Falcon 9 rocket has made more than 100 successful flights and remains the company's horse job. In 2018, it commissioned the Falcon Heavy, the world's most powerful operational rocket, and it is developing the Starship, intended for interplanetary trips to Mars. Musk estimates that it will take 1,000 starships to build a self-sufficient city on Mars with 1 million inhabitants. It aims to send the first humans to the Red Planet by 2030. Without a doubt, it is the most innovative rocket company today. As for Tesla, it was founded in 2003 by Martin Eberhard and Mark Tarpenning, who later recruited Elon Musk as chairman and lead investor. The company entered the luxury electric vehicle market with the Roadster, a sports car with lithium-ion batteries. Musk took over as CEO in 2008 after a difficult financial period. It launched the Model S in 2012, a luxurious electric sedan with a long range that was acclaimed by the trade press. It quickly became the best-selling electric vehicle in the United States. It was followed by the Model X, a family-friendly SUV introduced in 2015. But the big blow came with the Model 3 in 2017, an electric sedan priced starting at $35,000, designed to compete with conventional vehicles like the BMW 3 Series. With its state-of-the-art batteries, powerful motors, and self-driving system, Tesla has become the world's most valuable automaker. It clearly dominates the EV market in many countries and has forced traditional car companies to electrify their ranges. According to Musk, Tesla will help accelerate the global transition to sustainable energy by massifying electric vehicles. The company also sells energy storage systems to balance the power grid, and it recently started making its own batteries to cut costs. Musk is one of those visionary geniuses who aim to change the world, even if he is not without controversy and criticism. Loved by some and hated by others, no one can deny that he is one of the entrepreneurs who has most impacted technology and industry in the last 2 decades. And he will surely continue to surprise us in the coming years with his ambitious projects. We will now take an in-depth look at what Elon Musk's upcoming projects and plans are for the year 2024 and the next few years, based on what he has publicly stated about it. Starting with SpaceX, Musk has expressed his intention to dramatically accelerate the pace of the company's launches. It aims to make a launch every 2 to 3 days, which would imply between 120 and 150 annual launches by 2024. This would represent nearly doubling the record for launches they achieved in 2022, when they made a total of 61 successful orbital flights of their Falcon 9 and Falcon Heavy rockets. The reason behind this frenetic activity is to continue developing the Starlink satellite network, with which they provide high-speed satellite internet. They have so far put more than 3,000 satellites into orbit, but the full constellation would require 42,000, according to Musk's own estimates. That's why they plan to increase launches dedicated to their own satellite network rather than so actively serving external customers. If successful, more than 10,000 new Starlink satellites could be launched by 2024. In addition, SpaceX is working on a new generation of larger, more advanced satellites for Starlink. These would include more powerful antennas to provide internet directly to smartphones, without the need for external terminals. According to Musk, the direct-to-cell service could start in 2024 with text messaging and then add voice and data in 2025. If achieved, it would be a major step in the mass adoption of Starlink globally. Another strategic plan of the company is to build a fleet of at least 1,000 Starship ships, the new supersonic rocket they are developing designed for trips to Mars. Musk estimates that this number of spacecraft are needed to establish a self-sufficient city on Mars with 1 million inhabitants. Although the first manned trip to Mars may not take place until the 2030s, in 2024 SpaceX aims to conduct uncrewed orbital tests of the Starship. They've already made high-altitude test flights, but sending it into orbit would be a crucial milestone in its development. While some experts doubt the viability of its plans for Mars, no one can deny that in just 2 decades, SpaceX has become the world's leading operator of orbital launches, and they continue to innovate at a breakneck pace. On Tesla's side, the company will focus in 2024 on starting mass production of the Cybertruck, its futuristic electric pickup whose presentation dates back to 2019. Musk expects to increase production to between 500,000 and 750,000 units by 2024. They have also announced the development of a humanoid robot called Tesla Bot, or Optimus, which Musk says will enter mass production in 2024. They plan to manufacture millions of units that could be key to automating dangerous or repetitive tasks. And finally, Musk also plans by 2024 to turn X, the company that owns Twitter, into a kind of everything app, integrating messaging services, finance, and more. In his own words, Musk wants to transform X into the center of people's financial lives so that they can forget about traditional banks forever, an ambition that is not without regulatory challenges and public trust. As we can see, Elon Musk's plans for 2024 and the coming years are as ambitious as they are disruptive. It aims to transform entire industries such as land and space transportation, telecommunications, artificial intelligence, and even the financial system as we know it. Loved by some and hated by others, no one can deny that Musk is an extraordinary entrepreneur, willing to take great personal and financial risks to make innovations that sound like science fiction a reality. Tesla has already revolutionized the automotive industry and helped popularize electric vehicles. In just a decade, SpaceX managed to drastically reduce access to space, something that seemed impossible. Will it also achieve its next goals, such as connecting the human brain to computers, establishing life on Mars, or replacing traditional banking? We will have to wait to find out, but in the meantime, he will surely continue to surprise us with his controversial statements and his fascinating projects that aim to change the status quo.